you for watching. Thanks for tuning in today. So I have decided, in my wisdom, it's new year, new me, that I'm going to make myself a YouTube channel. So here goes. My name is Nicola and I live in Grangemouth, which is in Scotland, central Scotland, and I live with my husband Stephen, ever patient, dealing with my endless stash and ever-growing hobby that is sewing, and my 5-year-old son Lewis. Lewis does not stop. He is football daft, he is always on the go, always wants to be out and about, and my sewing has to go in and around that, so I'm a very busy working mum. Sorry about that, as if to prove a point, a little voice from downstairs came up shouting for something to eat. So where was I? So yes, my sewing goes in around Lewis and my husband Stephen. I've been sewing for about a year now. I'd always wanted to get into sewing, but never really had the space. We were in a small flat before. But about 18 months ago we moved house. We moved to a bigger house in Grangemouth, and that's allowed me to develop my love of sewing, greatly encouraged by my mum. My mum had received a new sewing machine for part of her Christmas present, and had donated me her old vintage Frister Rossmann cub. And overnight, that was it. I was hooked. I've got my first ever make that I made with my mum that day, and that was this little iPad cover, and you sit your iPad in there, and I sat and I watched hours after hours after hours of YouTube videos to help me learn and create. Quickly realised that my dining room wasn't really enough space for a sewing room, and we couldn't keep it a functional dining room if I was going to be sewing in there. So I moved into the spare room, much to my husband's disgust. I like to call it my sewing room, he likes to call it the spare room still. We're still working on that, we'll get there. It's allowed me to have space to leave my sewing machine set up, to have all my fabric out, although it does get quite messy with all the sewing stuff. So I enjoy sewing for clothes for myself. I've made some pyjamas and stuff for my little boy, but mainly I enjoy sewing for myself. I've got quite a curvy figure, I've got a fuller bust, I've got big hips, and like many sewers out there, I just find it difficult to find clothes that fit me off the shelf. I also really enjoy doing quilts as well. I've so far made a quilt for my mum for her birthday last year, and I've just made a quilt for my best friend who's just had her first baby, and he is absolutely beautiful. So it's a very special quilt. Me and my mum go to a quilting club once a month, where we're learning to do quilt as you go, and each month we do a new patch. I will make a video about that as we go on, once I've got a few more of the patches made up. So I'm going to really want just to do a blog of my journey, of my sewing as it goes. You've seen behind me up there I've got my latest make, which was an Ogden cami with a really nice crepe material, like a pink and white leopard print crepe material, which I got in Darlington, in Sew Fabrics Darlington, in the market last year. I've hung on to it for quite a while, meaning to make it, but I finally got round to it last night. I just plan on really going through my journey, kind of vlogging how I managed to fit it in around work and around my little boy and around football commitments. I've got lots of skills that I've still to learn. I really need to master a full bust adjustment. I've got a bit of a fear of zips and trousers, so this year is going to be my year. I'm going to make my first ever zips and trousers. I hope you enjoy watching. Please subscribe, and obviously I hope to load up a video once every week or so, just to go through my journey, show you what I'm working on, show you my stash, and just generally talk about life in general, learning how I'm going. Thank you for watching, bye! I'm back. Just a quick apology for the annoying fringe here. I promise going forward it will be clipped back, out the way, nothing for me to play with on the face. Thanks for watching, see you again soon, bye!